Hello, this is James from Mode Lighting, and in this video we're going to go over setting up user access. Currently in front of me I have a system set up, but this has no user access or configurator password set. And this isn't a problem for systems that aren't going to be networked, but for ones that are and the user is going to want access via the app, we need to start adding in different users with different levels of access to the system. So first we need to set up the configurator password. We need to come to the configuration page, and then across this top bar here we need to select the Options tab. This will bring up some basics about the system. Please take a moment to make sure that your project is named. This is necessary in eDin Plus 2.4 onwards. Once that's done, we can then go across to the Accounts tab, and this is where we're going to set the master password for the system. So I'm going to set mine accordingly, but you can pick the password as you see fit, and then I'm going to hit apply and then done. So now a master password for the system has been set up. We don't tend to use this from the app, but it is now required that you have to sign in and sign out from the actual web browser. So to regain access, if you have full access, then select configurator and then retype your password. It does give you the option to do the remember me. And now you can log back into the system correctly. Now that we have a master password set up, we can now go and create users with different levels of access. So let's go and have a look at that now. So we're going to go over to the settings and upgrades section on the right hand side here. And when we go in here, we can see this first tab is accounts, and by default it's set up 2 accounts over and above the configurator one that we already created. Public is an open area, so anything you would put in here, you would expect anyone that could connect to the network and has the app installed would be able to access. This can be handy if you say, for example, have a guest that will be staying and you want to give them some easy access to that room. You can put it into this public area. For example, I have a guest staying in bedroom 4. I might tick these options here for they can edit and change the settings in that area and apply. It also creates an administrator account. And when we look in here, we can see that this has a password and it has access to every area. And this has a few benefits. Let's check those out. So I've just signed out as the configurator, and this time I'm going to come in as the administrator. So this admin has access to less than what our configurator did. They're basically losing the option to adjust the config, but they do have quite a lot of access still left. They can make more users, etc., and change settings in here. They can also do some repair functions and changes, and they still have lighting control and adjustment. My understanding would be that this would be for someone that you would give most access to, but you don't want them accidentally changing the config. So usually I think of installer level has the full configurator, and then you say the homeowner, the main homeowner, would have this full access admin account. After that, then we would set up different users with different areas of access below that. So let's go back through to that page. Going back through to settings and upgrades again, we can see the accounts and we can add new user this time. And now I can start adding in some user level content. So I'm going to give Mark access to the system, and he is going to have his own password, and then I'm going to OK that. Mark has now been created as a user on the system, and now we have to decide what he can and can't actually edit. In this case, Mark, I feel I trust to control everything in the house. So I will just hit these 2 tabs of has access and can edit, and that will tick all of the rooms, which I feel comfortable with him having. However, Mark doesn't have administrator access, so he can't do any of the repair functions or more advanced features. And then I'm just going to apply that. I'm then going to add one more user, and in this case, this will be Simon. he will have his own password as well. In this case, he only needs access for his actual bedroom and his bathroom, and possibly I trust him with having the scenes for the halls and a few of the reception rooms, etc. Because I'm only going to give him has access, he would be able to trigger those scenes. He wouldn't be able to edit the levels in that room. And then I'm going to go back down to the end here, and then I'm going to apply, and we can now see that Simon has been added. He has less access than Mark does. So we have definitely different levels of user here that can do different things, and we can set up as many of these as we need. Thank you again for watching this video, and please subscribe to the channel.